Hello everyone, my name is Fred and I'm your host. Welcome to Investing Wise Academy. If you're new to our channel, subscribe now because we upload videos that can help in your wealth building. Today's video is the first part of our 4-video series about 22 ideas for passive income which you can make $28,000 per month. With that, we recommend you check also the other 3 videos of this series. So, let's get started. In an ancient Mesopotamian kingdom, about 4,000 years ago, Arcad was a person who was extremely underprivileged and struggled to put food on the table. He toiled away to get out of poverty. When he was paid for his service, he lived a very frugal lifestyle and lent the majority of his earnings to a shield maker, who then made interest payments on the loans. He continued to live modestly and lent the interest to another shield maker, increasing his wealth instead of using it to buy a bigger home. Repeating this cycle for years made him the richest man in Babylon. His wealth increased to such a degree that he was no longer required to work because his money was working. You can't lend money to a shield maker, of course, as they are likely to have credit cards or prefer to visit a bank than look for you. However, that tale demonstrates the effectiveness of passive income. When your money generates more money, nothing is more powerful. Although it saves you time and effort and gives you the money you need to pay all of your bills, very few people ever reach the point where their money works for them instead of against them. Chasing money is not a bad idea, but doing so for the rest of your life is not a good idea either, because you need your time for other things. I, therefore, make every effort to develop as many revenue streams as I can, but above all, make them as effective as you can. Rental income is the most well-known type of passive income. You have a rental property, and the tenant continues to send you a check each month. Since real estate is expensive, that check might be sufficient to cover all of your expenses. But what if you lack the funds to purchase real estate? Naturally, you don't need tens of thousands of dollars to purchase a home. You already have enough for the down payment. Your tenant will pay for the remainder. Even if the property doesn't make money for the first year or so, once rent prices continue to rise, they eventually will. But there are other sources of passive income besides real estate. There are a lot more tools available in the 21st century than most people realize. So we want to share some practical passive income strategies with you in this video. Most importantly, you can start without a lot of cash. Number 1. Vending machines. Vending machines are never mentioned when discussing passive income because they don't sound as exciting as, say, real estate. However, if you think about it, this is the kind of asset that if automated, can generate a steady income with little to no work. Vending machines numbered 5 million in the United States in 2015. An average of $20 billion in sales are generated annually by these 5 million vending machines. But because it's not an easy business like other businesses, most vending machines only make around $5 per week. Even if your property is located in an undesirable area, it will likely become a liability. However, a strategically placed vending machine can generate much more money than that, possibly up to $100 per week or even hundreds of dollars each day. Choosing the right location and selling the right goods presents a challenge. It will be one of those machines that earn $5 per week if you put it somewhere where there aren't many people. But you can anticipate making a few $100s from it each week if it isn't in a prominent place, where it will frequently draw buyers. In the beginning, there is a lot of work, but later, management is minimal. Isn't that what passive income means? We strongly advise everyone to learn more about this field before entering it because you need to know what kinds of products sell the best, what vending machines make the most money, and what kinds of places draw more customers. Number 2. Print-on-demand business. This business was not possible 10 years ago. It has only recently entered the mainstream, so there is still a lot of room for growth. You know, some businesses are so crowded because they are so established that it's almost impossible to enter and succeed. But that's not the case with print-on-demand businesses. By 2025, the custom t-shirt printing industry's global market is anticipated to reach $10 billion. T-shirts are easy to customize, have wide appeal, and are inexpensive to source, but the market is competitive due to the low entry requirements. Building electric cars costs tens of billions of dollars if you want to compete with Tesla. But if you want to start selling popular t-shirts, all you need is a good idea, because numerous platforms handle everything from delivery to management. You have to sell what you create. I always want a t-shirt with a cool message whenever I see someone wearing one. So, if you have good taste, you can spend some time designing hip t-shirts on platforms like Teespring, Printful, or others. Also, run some ads. If you discover that people like your designs, it will become a passive income where you can continue selling your shirts with little work. Every 3 to 4 months, you can create a fresh design to sell more t-shirts to your current customers. Number 3. REITs, or Real Estate Investment Trusts. Investors who want to invest in real estate but don't want to deal with the management frequently turn to REITs. There are companies like American Tower or Brandywine Realty Trust that invest in office buildings. For instance, in Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Austin, renting a property is great, but it requires some management. Like any other company, REITs are traded on the stock market but typically have much higher dividend rates. Brandywine Realty Trust, for instance, offers a dividend yield of 5.5%. That rate is extraordinarily high. However, you must realize that their stock price doesn't rise significantly. You'll make the majority of your money from dividends. There are numerous varieties of REITs. Some of them invest in businesses, others in homes. Some just own land all over the nation, and so on. They are a good choice for passive income due to their high dividend yield, but use caution when investing in them because if you choose the wrong REIT, you could lose money despite receiving a high dividend. Instead, consider the trust's historical performance. Number 4. Rent a room on Airbnb. The best option is to rent out a spare room on Airbnb if you don't use it frequently. With Airbnb, you'll probably be able to rent it for twice as much as you would if you were renting it long term. Being on Airbnb requires a lot of management because you have to clean the room and make sure it has everything before every new guest arrives. But it's still a great way to make money. Additionally, since your visitor will be staying in the adjacent room, your space won't be ruined. Some people will even take out mortgages and let Airbnb guests pay them off. Over time, it's a fantastic way to accumulate wealth. Naturally, with COVID, it has become much more challenging. But since humans are social animals, I do not doubt that things will return to normal. We cannot remain solitary. We have a desire to move around, explore new locations, and travel. Since the dawn of the human race, we have done that. Number 5. Invest in a small business as a silent partner. Many small businesses could be very profitable, such as a corner shops or a barber shop. But when we talk about starting a business, we typically mean starting a huge business. Running a corner shop is a full-time job, but if you join the company as a silent partner, you could turn it into a passive income. There is a term in business called silent partner, where you take on more of an advisory role as opposed to managing the company on a day-to-day basis. These companies don't require a lot of capital, and their business models are typically quite straightforward. Simply look at what others have done to start a successful corner shop to understand how to do it yourself. You might split the profits equally with another person who will manage the company's daily operations and receive a fixed salary in return, but you will always have a source of income. But before beginning anything in this field, it's crucial to make sure your numbers add up on paper at the very least, because it will eventually be an investment. Now, it's your turn to tell us which of these 5 passive income ideas is your favorite. Tell us in the comments section below. We highly suggest you watch our other videos in this series if you liked this one. The links to those videos are available in the description down below. Give this video the thumbs up it deserves and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Fred and I'll see you in our upcoming video.